When you take a look at the spring fashion trends, it could be really overwhelming by just looking at the list of new must-haves. But to be honest, how many of those viral micro trends will you actually want to wear in 2027? Probably none of them. Hi, I'm Abby Orden, and on this channel, I share fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. My rule for this video is very simple. Does it pass the 3-year test? If I can't see myself wearing it in the next 3 years, it's not even worth buying. Starting off with the one item that is single-handedly replacing the oversized blazer this spring. So let's get into trend number 1. It is the lady jacket. Most likely you will see this labeled as a tweed cardigan or textured knit in stores like J. Crew or Mango. Essentially, it is the polished version of your cozy cardigans. It has a colorless neckline, a boxy cropped fit, and has really distinct buttons that is such a simple detail that just stand out. And the reason why I love this trend is because it's structured enough to look expensive, but soft enough to wear all day. So you're not going to be uncomfortable, but still look very well put together. Unlike a blazer, which can sometimes feel too corporate for brunch, the lady jacket adds texture and softness while still giving you that rich girl structure. However, you want to make sure when looking for this similar style, not all cardigans are going to look the same. So if you want that very polished, elegant look, definitely keep these suggestions in mind. One, you want to make sure that the fit is perfect. It should be cropped to hit right at your hip bone. If it's too long, it just looks very frumpy. Two, you want to make sure that the fabric is just right. That is like a more matte, heavy texture like cotton boucle, and avoid anything that is too shiny or synthetic looking. And lastly, you want to make sure that the hardware of the buttons doesn't look cheap or plastic. A heavy gold or pearl button is perfect. You could style this with a simple white tee and wide leg denim to master that like high-low balance that just looks very effortless, chic, and so timeless. So trend number 2 is the only shoe I think you will need for sure in your elegant old money wardrobe this spring, and it is the Capsule slingback. Now we've seen the Chanel inspired version of this shoe all over Pinterest, but I'm not sure if many know why this specific design has remained iconic since 1957. The design was made by Coco Chanel to lengthen your leg and the black toe cap to shorten your foot. And it's literally made to make you look taller and your feet look smaller. So it's definitely just not a shoe. It was strategically made for a purpose. So this is definitely not a trend. It's a classic that you will always be able to pull out and it will always be elegant. We're not specifically buying things for just one occasion. We buy it for it to be very versatile. So it's very important that you understand cost per wear when investing in any piece like this trend that I would say is worth spending a little bit more just so that it lasts longer. For a really great pair, expect to at least pay about $100. You will be able to wear them to the office, to brunch, and even to a wedding, according to your style. And that is how you can literally build a luxury closet on a budget, because your cost per wear drops 2 pennies. So when you're hunting for your slingback, I would suggest looking for a block heel. I think it's best to avoid like very thin stilettos for this look if your goal is to make sure that you could walk around in this while still being very elegant for longer hours. So I think like a 1 or 2 inch heel will be just perfect to where you get your height but still have comfort. Also with the strap, usually if it's 100% rigid leather, it tends to slip off of your heel constantly. My favorite way to style these slingbacks is to use them to elevate my casual denim outfits. A white tee and jeans can be boring. However, if you wear a white tee, jeans, and these slingbacks, you have an outfit. So trend number 3 is high waist, wide leg trousers. This is your sign to let go of skinny jeans or tapered work pants for spring. The quiet luxury aesthetic is moving away from tight, restrictive clothing and moving more towards volume and all about fabrics that moves effortlessly with and around you, and letting go of any fabrics that clings to your body. A resurgence of the Catherine Hepburn style to symbolize relaxed elegance. And this trend works perfectly today because a wide leg creates long, uninterrupted, elongated lines from your waist to the floor. I can attest that as a 5'6" girly, this hack actually works because I look taller in photos, specifically wide leg trousers. It just makes my legs look way longer. However, you don't need to just wear white for spring. You could wear a plethora of different colors. Specifically, I would say light colors will be great to add and wear more of for spring because it is an effective hack for your proportions to make us short girls look taller. So here's where people tend to mess up when it comes to this trend. If you buy cheap thin polyester, these trousers tend to cling to your body, specifically your thighs, and will most likely look very cheap. So your best bet will be to pinch the fabric and test to ensure that the fabric is heavy enough to fall in a straight line. If it flutters too much or shows your underwear line, I would suggest putting it back. I love crepe fabrics because it works really well and holds structure. That I think will be the secret to looking expensive. The styling formula here is all about balance. So usually when I have volume on the bottom, I wear a fitted top. If you wear baggy on top and bottom, you tend to lose your shape entirely. And trend number 4 is butter yellow. And we're definitely not talking about that neon yellow or mustard. Think of the color being more muted and more of a creamy yellow that you're seeing everywhere from Prada to H&M. If you're not really into bold colors or probably scared of adding like bright colors to your wardrobe, this color is a really elegant and more grown-up addition that I think you would like. High saturation yellows tend to fight with your skin tone, but this creamy pastel actually bounces a soft light back onto your face. It's almost like a built-in filter, giving you that lit from within glow that I absolutely love, especially on us with brown skin tones. It's a very nice and warm color that looks really expensive when you pair it with gold jewelry. So because color trends can sometimes lean towards being very tacky, getting your butter yellow pieces with no logos, just let the color speak for itself. I personally think that logos on this color just cheapens it unintentionally, and choosing very classic cuts such as a cardigan, a slip skirt, or a button down will be great because you could always pull it out season after season. If the cut is too trendy, the item I think will look dated in a few months. And I would stick to like cotton, linen, or silk. Shiny yellow polyester just looks very costumey under certain light. Matte yellow just looks very luxurious. And for styling, I would suggest a butter yellow top and a light color trousers and styling them with your favorite gold hoops. It just looks very fresh and light. That is great for that luxury aesthetic. So our final trend will be for us that love that effortless French girl vibe, and it is the structured basket bags, specifically a city basket bag. It's not going to be a giant floppy beach tote. This bag is made of rigid wicker or rattan, often with like leather handles. It will be small enough to go from day to night. It just adds an organic, natural texture to your outfit that yet leather can't really compete with during spring and even summer. And pairing a natural material like wicker is very unexpected, especially when you pair it with a polished blazer or those wide leg trousers. That creates a contrast that says, I'm not trying too hard. It's a great way to stop your outfit from looking like if it's a uniform. To ensure that this handbag doesn't look like if it's meant for the pool, I would set the bag down on a table and see if it actually stays standing. If it flops over or loses its shape, it is definitely meant for the beach or the pool. It stands tall and rigid like a leather purse. It's definitely for the city. So the formula is for sure texture mixing. Take your smooth wide leg trousers, your textured tweed jacket, and add the wicker bag. You now have 3 different textures working together, which makes your outfit look expensive and thoughtful. So these are the 5 specific updates I'm making to my wardrobe this spring: the lady jacket, the Capsule slingback wide leg trousers, butter yellow, and the city basket. Let me know which one you will be adding to your wardrobe this spring, and I'll also be linking my playlist of previous fashion tips that I think you would love that you could watch right here. That will be popped up on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe and definitely like and hype for more elegant fashion and luxury beauty tips. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.